welcome to my blog.stampwithelaine.com and welcome to today's project showcasing the window shopping bundle. This is the stamp set and these are the window box thinlit dies which coordinate with it. You can buy them separately, but if you bought it together as a bundle you'll save 10%. I've got mine in clear mount, but it's also available in wood. These are the dies in the set. This one makes the basic box assembly like so, and then these little ones can do cutouts for your hexagonal box in different patterns. So there's a spotty one and then there's one with a candle. This die will cut out apertures like this on the front of your box, on the hexagonal portion of your box. You can put a window sheet behind it. You can make it into a shaker card sort of lid, and you can use this one to make decorative for the top and then insert a paper background beneath it. I've got glimmer paper underneath this one. This one cuts the pattern with the little holes in it. This die cuts out a label, and I'll demonstrate that in a minute. And of course we have one for a tab. I've used this scallop edge die to make a Pac-Man face. It's one of an exclusive range of projects in a masterclass I am in the process of preparing and will be available in March. These video tutorials are not available to the general public, and once you've purchased them you have access to them for life. They are unlisted, so I would ask that you do not share or make them public. Let's gather our supplies. You'll need the window shopping stamp set and window box thinlit dies. For the cardstock, I found it more economical to use the 12 by 12 sheets, and then you can get 2 boxes out of just one 12 by 12 sheet, rather than only being able to get one box out of an A4 sheet. These 12 by 12 or 30.5 by 30.5 centimeter sheets are called the Falling in Love cardstock pack. They come in 3 different colours. There's 7 sheets of each in Soft Sky, Blushing Bride and Sahara Sand. I'm also using the Falling in Love DSP pack. You can find both of these on page 51 of the Spring Summer catalogue. You'll need some very vanilla cardstock to cut 3 pieces of at 1.5 by 1.5 inches. That's 3.8 by 3.8 centimeters. From the Falling in Love DSP stack, 3 little squares cut at 1.25 inches by 1.25 inches. That's 3.2 by 3.2 centimeters to lay on top. From the Falling in Love cardstock pack, I've chosen the Blushing Bride colour, and I've cut that in half at 6 inches by 12 inches. That's 15.2 by 30.5 centimeters. Strip of very vanilla cut at 7/8 of an inch width, and we can determine the length afterwards. These doilies, these come in a pack of 24. It's vanilla on one side and Whisper White on the other. Blushing Bride ink and a clear block H. You'll also need your Big Shot magnetic platform and the cutting plates. You have 2 identical pieces, and what you're going to do is you're going to use this tab at the top to adhere to the bottom where there's in between these 2 tabs. You also need to cut off the tabs on the 2 sides, so let's do that. Now you'll see the score lines here, and my suggestion is that you bend the score line. Put your fingernail against the score line and bend it back, and then it'll be easier to bend it the other way. So you're bending it in the opposite direction. Burnish all the folds. Actually 2 lines there. One is sort of embossed and the other is a score line, and as the cardstock, when it's freshly cut, it's quite stiff and you could burnish the wrong line. It's just sort of makes it more accurate this way. Maybe it's just my OCD personality coming out. So attach this tab at the top of the hexagon and slot it in between these 2 tabs at the bottom. Make sure it's aligned properly so that it looks like that. If you want to make a plain box, then you put sticky strip. Let's go back to my template. So for the bottom of the box, you've cut off the side tabs, and now you want to put sticky strip on the top tab and the 2 side tabs. And on this piece, you want to put sticky strip on the 2 side tabs and the bottom tabs. So this will be your lid, the top portion, and this will be your base. If you want to cut a pattern, then on the top box you cut it the right way up, but on the bottom box you'll have to turn your die round upside down. Can you see that? Heart's facing the right way up and this is upside down. This is because when you put the box together, now I've attached the tab, these 2 sides, you construct the base first, these 2 sides will go in like that, and you can see your heart will then be pointing the right way up. Let's put it round that way. And then these will wrap round, and that's your lid. And now you can see that the hearts are all facing the right way up. If you do want a pattern on it, I would suggest that you cut that first before joining it to the top piece. But as I've already cut it, I'm going to have to cut it like this. So I'll do that off camera and I'll be back in a minute. I've cut my pieces. So you can see these 2 are, let's put a bit of paper there, these 2 are going this way with the heart pointing down, and this one is pointing up. Then you need to put sticky strip. Now you leave the double-sided or the tear and tape or whatever double-sided tape you're using, omit that on this top hexagon, but you need sticky strip on both the sides of the top panel and down the bottom tabs, the 2 side tabs on the bottom hexagonal and the 2 bottom tabs. I should have looked at my template before. No, when you're putting your sticky strip on, omit the double-sided tape on the bottom tab here. So you need 2 at the sides, none on the top, 2 at the sides and 2 on the bottom tabs of the top hexagon. On the diagonal sides of the bottom hexagon, and that's all. So omit that. Remember, you've already cut the 2 tabs there, okay? Now it's time to put the DSP on. Adhere it to my panels before I assemble it. It's best to assemble the bottom one first. So in the meantime, we've already burnished our lines, our score lines. So the best thing I found was to pop these up and leave it flat on the your table surface, your work surface, and then close it in. Okay, like so. Take off the backing strip. And then these two come together. Again, do it on the flat of the table. Hold that up so that it doesn't join those two together, like so. And you do the same for the last one. So these two, they go together simultaneously almost. And then voila, you have your box. Bring back the magnetic platform, place this die onto the cardstock, top cutting plate, and I'll run that through the big shot off camera. It's been die cut. You can see what happens. There are 2 score lines there done with this little die. And it also cuts out the tag, so then you can fold that underneath, and then fold that back, and it creates a banner. Get my Blushing Bride ink, stamp my sentiment first, so that I know where to cut the other end. So I want the tab going this way for the other end, and then I'll pop that on the big shot and run it through, and I'll be back. So there you have it. Isn't it nifty? Run a bit of fast fuse on the back. Place it on the box, and then pop that banner on top. So, so there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe or share on Facebook, and my grateful thanks if you do. If you're watching from YouTube, you'll find the list of supplies I use below this video in the Show More section with direct links to my online store. They'll also be listed here on my blog.stampwithelaine.com. Do watch out for my masterclass tutorials, which will be coming very soon in March, and I'll keep you posted on that. In the meantime, thanks for watching and thanks for visiting, and I'll be back soon.